So if you're here watching this video, you already know what it's about because you probably read the title. This is a tactical shotgun build. Now I know probably a lot of you guys, especially my followers, probably a lot of sort of those eclectic classic guys giving the old tools and the bushcraft and stuff, you're probably rolling your eyes. Oh no, not a tactical video. But hear me out. So yes, this is a tactical or defensive shotgun build. This is actually my first shotgun. This is a MOSSBERG 500, needs no introduction. It's one of the most popular shotguns in the world, alongside maybe the Remington 870. Extremely popular gun that I've had since around Christmas time, and we're going to do some cool things to it. We're not going to go into the old eye roll, load the shotgun full of tactical kind of crap and weigh it all down, but I am going to add some things to this gun to make it a little more suitable to me, to my uses. That defensive role, carry backcountry defensive role, some different things like that we'll talk about as we go along. This is going to be an informal series. We're just going to work on this gun and build it up to what I want it to be. So first, let's take a look at the gun. Now, here we have 3 snap caps. Now, I got these on Amazon recently. These are, I believe they're called snap caps. I'll throw a link down in the description. But these are really cool. They came as a set of 4, and they feel exactly like a real shot. You can even hear the shot in there moving around, but they have no primers. It's just a rubber primer, and they're made for, well, they're just dummy rounds, so whatever you want. I've been using them to practice reloading. And probably some of you are going to get into eye roll, but I've been practicing reloading because here in Canada, or Newfoundland in particular, there's a round count of 3 total in the gun. So that's 1 in chamber and 2 in the tube. And your tube has to be plugged, so that's the first thing I had to do. I believe this gun is a 5+1. So first thing I had to do was put a plug in there so I can only get 2 shots in the gun, 3 total. So eventually we'll throw a side saddle on there, and that's our way of having more ammunition on the gun. So in a very safe manner, what I've been doing is practicing reloading and sort of target acquisition from either this stance here or this stance here. So I've been reloading with a shell in hand, empty gun, drop the shell, load, and up, okay? So I've practiced over and over, empty gun, 1 shell at a time, and I've built my time up fairly quick. Not to be too silly or too tactical here on camera, but I've gotten pretty fast, and definitely seen some improvements. But one of the big things I've noticed is that the stock is way too long for me. One of the first times, just after I got this gun and I took it up to do some target shooting, both me and my dad, one of the first things we noticed is that this stock is too long. Now I know this is a common thing for these shotguns anyways, and a lot of guns, they build the stocks long. For some of the bigger guys, I'm not a big guy, I'm around 5'6", and because of that, it's really long here. You notice when I lay my cheekbone on the stock here where my head falls, I'm way back here on the tail end of the stock, and that's not right. So this length of pull is not right for me, and when I extend the forend here, my arm is pretty much fully extended, almost locked out. So we have a solution right now. Now when we talk about length of pull on a gun, we're talking about the exact distance from the center or the low of the trigger here, directly back to the butt of the stock, which on this gun I believe is about 15 inches. I did measure it. I believe it's about 15 inches, which is fairly long. Too long for my stature, definitely. What we're going to fix that with, another product that does not need any introduction, and that is the Hogue 12-inch length of pull stock. So we're cutting a huge amount. 3 inches off the length of this gun is a big time difference. So this package I had come was just the stock. No 4N with this. We'll look into 4N later. But this is a short, overmolded Hogue stock. Now I haven't had it out yet. It just came. I got it about an hour ago. And I am super excited. Just to give you an idea, I ordered this stock about 2 months ago, and it's taken this long to get it. That feels really nice. It's got some special features on it that the stock one doesn't have. So the stock is hard plastic back here, just like this one. But the difference with this Hogue is that it has an overmolded grip here. So overmolded is like that sticky rubber you get on some of the Mora knives and stuff, which just grips your hand like crazy. It's also got some stippling there. It comes with, I'm not sure, looks like that's a screw-in swivel stud here. Not molded. Very nice. Nice, much thicker than stock recoil pad here. And look at that length. To compare, we have those two stocks. Let's even move this up a little further. That's about the right line. So you can see a huge difference shorter, and that's going to help me with my reach, both on the forend, the length of pull, so my cheeks, so sight acquisition, and getting this gun up to my chest and getting it in front of my chest more instead of out on my shoulder. One of the other notable differences between these two stocks, this stock definitely has a little bit of a thicker grip here, which is not as much my style. I like a little thinner grip, so this is a little preferred on this one. But notice that long slant of a grip here, and we have sort of that abrupt, more pistol style grip on this Hogue. Definitely feels a little nicer. It's nicer on the wrist. You don't have near as much bend. Your wrist is a little more neutral. So let's get to work here. To remove the tail end, or the stock of this MOSSBERG, you first got to remove the recoil pad. You have two little small holes here, not big enough to see the screwdriver, but it takes a small Phillips head, and in order not to tear up this recoil pad, I've just sprayed a little bit of WD-40 on my screwdriver just so it squeaks right through that sort of sticky rubber pad, because if that steel is gripping on that rubber, it might tear it up, and I definitely don't want any of that. Here are two stocks side by side if you want to see them. So, top view, huge difference in length. Notice the difference in the size of the stock here. So both of them are about the same width up here. The original tapers down kind of skinny here, whereas this Hogue one stays kind of the same diameter all the way down. Hogue is also a little thicker all the way down. Close to the same profile this way. Really nice. Really excited to get this short on here. This is the first time holding it like this now, and this feels so short. I'm going to give you a close-up of the Hogue here now. Notice we have Hogue stamped here with kind of a soft, squishy rubber. Nice fit all the way around. Just got some dust from milling here on the gun. I'll clean that up later. Steel insert. This looks like it can come out. And here you can see the overmolded, sort of stippled pistol grip here. It's a very steep curve, which I like. You've also got some Hogue branding right here in the bottom. I always like a nice emblem down here. That's great. Yeah, pretty basic. Plastic and sticky rubber here. So this is very, very grippy. Provides a lot of traction compared to that hard plastic, slippery plastic all the way up here from the stock one. Notice the stock one is just overall cheaper. You've got no branding on here. Once that sticker comes off, it's just a piece of plastic. Here's something neat about the Hogue. If you remember the recoil pad on the stock one, we had these tiny holes that I put a bit of grease on the screwdriver for. For this Hogue, there's some screws there as well, but it's very hidden. So you definitely need some oil on your, can't even find this one. You definitely need some oil on the screwdriver for this one, so it can punch in through that rubber and take those screws out. Okay, we've got our bolt here and a long extension this time with a socket, and we have an extra provided washer to make up for a little bit of difference in length, I understand. So let's fit that stock on there. Ooh, that's nice. I'm just going to feed this into, actually let me take this off and get it out through here first. I think it would be a smarter idea. Here we are. Okay. Try not to misthread anything. And we're in. It's hand tight there now. And I'm just going to put it a little touch above hand tight, because this is just plastic, and this is not doing a whole lot. It's not taking a whole lot of strain here. So that's about it right there. I did maybe about 30% of a turn, if that. Here we have our MOSSBERG 500 with the mounted Hogue stock, shortened by about 3 inches. This is a 12-inch length of pull stock. It's so different. The gun feels notably lighter to me. Maybe it's just my mind, but to me it feels a little lighter. It feels so different when I'm holding my gun in either this stance or this stance, or the underarm stance here now. Before, I could get away with it with a t-shirt on, that sort of quick mount up to the chest. But with any big clothes on or a big coat or anything, every time getting that gun up, you'd be hooking up in your clothes and you'd have to really stretch it out there. And now it's just, you actually have to come up and come back to your chest. I'll get used to it eventually, shortening my movements. But for now, it's definitely unique. Feels really nice. Feels like you have a lot of control over the gun. It's really a really sticky grip. I love the way it feels. Really cool. I like it. Feels great. Nice to finally see this on the gun. So for test sake, let's do a little trial here. So it's definitely a nice quick stock mounting to the chest. Another reason I wanted a shorter stock is because I found with the longer stock, you had to really be shoulder back to sight it in because it was so long. And the gun needed to be almost out on your arm here, right in the crook, for me, for my body size. Now I can get that gun right in, almost on my pec here, get behind the gun, which I'm told is a lot better for recoil management. This is kind of all sort of new to me, getting into the whole idea of tactical shooting, sport shooting, target shooting, doing it fast, shooting for time. You're going to be seeing some upcoming content on that. It's going to be a lot of fun for sure when it warms up here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Leave me a comment down below. Stay tuned for the next one.